The scene begins with a carriage transporting a prisoner, heavily guarded by 9 powerful warriors. The prisoner being moved is our protagonist, Qin, who acknowledges that he might be the most unlucky transmigrator in history. Thinking about how transmigrators usually ascend to the top of the world, recalling the novels he had read. The original body was the third prince, falsely accused of embezzling money from the treasury and relegated by the emperor, sent to the border to serve as a laborer. Qin, with a glimmer of hope sparking in his heart, reassured himself that if this were an ordinary ancient time, he might still have a chance to survive. But his hopes were utterly destroyed, thinking that this was an era of gods and demons. There is a cultivation system in this era as follows: key condensation, foundation establishment, golden core, nascent soul, and immortal ascension, and more. Our main character was at the second layer of chi condensation, while those who were guarding him to prevent escape were at the 4th layer of the condensation realm. The carriage suddenly stopped, which made Qin wonder why they had stopped suddenly. The Imperial Guards suddenly opened the steel doors, their eyes filled with hate and malice, cracking their knuckles as they told each other, "This is far from the royal capital. The master said we can do what we want with him." One of the guards reached out his hand to our boy, Qin, who looked at him with sweat dripping down his face. The Imperial Guard grabbed him by the collar, pulled him with great force, and threw him out of the carriage onto the ground as they laughed at our protagonist's patheticness. "What do you want?" said the protagonist as he turned to look at the Imperial Guard. By looking at them, he was stricken with fear. The 4 Imperial Guards just looked at him, laughing, and each had bad intentions towards him. Qin, noticing the malice on their faces, told them that if they dared to murder the 3rd prince, it would be a huge crime, and if his father, the king, found out, they would not be spared. One of the soldiers replied to our boy with a heartwarming blow to the face, telling him that if he still thought he was the almighty prince from the past. "Look at this trash. His cultivation is even worse than us, brothers," spoke the soldier as he stepped on Qin. Exerting force with his foot, the guard told Qin to know his place, that he is a sinner, trash. Even if he gets killed, he is doing right among wrong in accordance with heaven's decree. Qin was groaning in pain. The guard, with disgust, spat saliva on the suffering Qin's face, telling the rest of his soldiers that they had taken a lot from road escorting this trash. To compensate themselves, they should beat up our protagonist first to vent their anger. Filled with motivation, another approached, cracking his hand, saying that the master had instructed that he shouldn't be allowed a quick death. Another, with excitement, said he had always been irritated with this annoying trash of our MC. Our boy seriously got jumped by his subordinate. Shit, they really got him lacking. A sound resounded, and seeing a system tab saying that our boy has activated the myth system successfully. Having activated the myth system for the first time, he was rewarded 1 random god summon and 1 lucky draw chance. Shocked, he saw, thinking that this myth system is his cheat to this barbaric world. Our boy knew he had to do something, or he will die. He shouted inwardly to the system to summon. The system told our boy that the summon of gods and demons is in random mode, and the host draws depend on his luck. The soldier who had encouraged the rest told them to continue to vent out their anger, and each they all agreed and told him how freaking great they feel. Our hero laid there thinking that whoever he summons, he hopes it will be good to send this motherfucker straight to their ancestors. The leader of the soldiers, reaching out his hand, saying, "It's time to follow their master's instructions," he held our boy Qin by the throat, lifting him in the air, and began to choke him, leaving our boy Qin defenseless. He just struggled and tried to tell the soldier to let him go. The soldier who was choking our hero turned and laughed, saying that our main character wasn't worthy of being trash with his puny strength. It feels like he's tickling him, and the rest laughed at his words. Qin, feeling his consciousness drifting away from his body, questioned where his summon is. If this continues, I am afraid.
The
soldiers turned towards the voice in shock and fear to see who was there. One of them shouted, "Someone is in the sky." The figure in the air didn't hesitate and launched an attack, which seemed as tails extending, but they contained terrifying power. The tail hit the soldier who was choking our boy close to death. The force that the man was hit with threw him at a super speed that his accomplices didn't realize he was missing before them when they had someone crashing down behind them. White cloud and enchanting smoke covered the surrounding where our boy Chin-jun is. He stood up coughing, thanking that he's not dead yet, saying that he is saved. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the birth of the ruler of gods and demons. We see a body of a woman forming next to our boy, who was surprised by what was happening. The system congratulated our boy for winning the nine-tailed demon fox Daji. Daji looked at the Imperial Guards and told them they have a lot of nerve touching her lord. The guards, seeing Daji, were bewitched by her beauty, which left all guards stunned. Mom taught our boy that after he was blessed by Daji, he should rest his head on her melons. Bro is winning at life. My lord, do not be afraid. With me here, no one can hurt you in the future. Daji reassured our hero, who then realized it was Daji. The protagonist, who seemed to have lost his senses, thought about how Daji is worthy of being called a country disaster by the people, as her body just makes him love it more and more. Bold! Who do you think you are to lay your hands on the kingdom's imperial guards? Shouted one of the guards, trying to resist Daji's enchanting beauty. Daji, putting herself in front of our hero to protect him, told the imperial guards that they were mere ants and not even worthy of knowing her name. A system window appeared before our hero, Chin-jun, showing Daji's stats. Her source is at the investiture of the gods. Race is a nine-tailed demon fox. Cultivation is at the immortal ascension 5th layer. And her techniques are the heavenly fox technique and seductive heart technique. Her innate ability is the nine-tailed demon fox body with a loyalty level of 90. The system reminded our MC that if the loyalty level of gods and demons hit 0, they would betray him. Chin-jun, seeing that Daji's cultivation was at the immortal ascension 5th layer, which was higher than the nascent soul realm, began to question if it was really true or false. Daji told the Imperial Guards that it would not be a big problem to send all of them to the underworld for hurting her lord. "Brothers, let's fight her together," charged the guard who attacked our boy. They rushed towards their grim reaper, Daji. Daji, not wanting to waste her energy fighting garbage, released her immortal ascension, 5th layer cultivation aura, instantly annihilating the Imperial Guards. Seeing this, Chin-jun was amazed and thought that this was the real deal. Daji just giggled, seeing her master proud and happy with her actions. She turned to our boy, saying she arrived late and let her lord suffer. Our boy blushed, his face turning red, and replied to Daji that he was fine. Inwardly, he thought about how fierce Daji is, but he also liked it. Bro got the tsundere fetish. Daji came close to our hero, and with a flick of her finger, the cuff chains on our boy's hands instantly shattered like glass. This surprised and shocked Chin-jun. Free at last, thought our hero, looking at his hands free from the chains and cuffs. One of the Imperial Guards tried to get away, and our boy notified Daji, who instantly vanished from her initial position and appeared behind the Imperial Guard, crushing his back with destructive force, the sound of bones breaking heard. The Imperial Guard lay there, his life hanging by a thread, unable to move after Daji's single attack. Our boy approached, telling Daji to excuse him, which she complied with, standing beside the guard, the same guard who had choked him, whose soul was now ready to ascend to the afterlife. Our boy, kind and compassionate, was about to give him a wonderful parting blow to send him on his way to his ancestors. Our boy launched his parting gift, to the kind guard who had struggled with him, telling him he was going to give him a heartwarming send-off.
First blood.
A system notification popped up, informing our boy that he had killed a QI condensation 5th layer soldier, gained 50 XP, and congratulated our hero for activating the profile template. Our boy, upon seeing this and realizing that he had actually killed someone with a single punch, was notified by the system that the world he had transmigrated into was where the strong prevailed. Our boy knew that the system was right, and if he didn't change his way of thinking and hesitated to kill his enemies, he would be the one to visit his ancestors in the afterlife. The system brought up our hero's stats, showing his race as human. His cultivation was at the chi condensation 2nd level. He had no bloodline, no innate ability, and only one technique at the mid-rank. His current summon is the 9-tailed demon fox Daji. Looking at the system tab, our boy Qinjun wondered why he felt like he was playing an online game, given the way the system displayed his stats. The system reassured our hero not to overthink, as he had transmigrated from the 21st century, and the system had adapted to Earth's game data. Reflecting on the system's response, our hero knew that nothing good could be given without consequences. So, he asked what the purpose of the myth system was. The system listened to our hero's words and thought for an answer. If you wish for more of the series, please like and subscribe. Also, I had promised to produce the series earlier and failed. To compensate, you can choose which series on the channel you would like to see published more.